Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. First down, Mayfield. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
4-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 76 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
And 11.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's got a man, complete.
Carr's pass.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Jacobs now. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marvin Hall, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Good.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
To Josh Jacobs.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Las Vegas first down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Browns 14, Raiders 7.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this one is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, but it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On first down, Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to the running game with Jacobs. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He was brought down by...
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 24. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 14. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
On first down. It's Jacobs. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Let's give him a shot.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
Carlson on for the point after.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
1st and 10.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
By the Raiders.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
2nd and 2.
From the 29, Carr. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward. Carr's pass intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard
line of scrimmage. The 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Throwing right, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tavon Austin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Extra point is
Parkey with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Raiders 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. To throw his car. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
1st and 10.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
At his own 5-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Intended for Martin.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Mayfield finding Beckham, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now from the 50. And he completes it to Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They still can't get him. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
51 to Mike. Run. Hey, switch gears. Kill.
Mayfield. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Man, switch. 44 to Mike. Check.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Their own 36-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Alert! Hurry!
1st down, Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Mayfield on play action. Now he's flushed out right. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
It's our time. Way to go, bro. Yeah, we dominate today.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And this is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
To throw his Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Four yards remain for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Back to throw. Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.